It's like with the climate stuff. It's like, yeah, okay, you have to remember you're dealing with old people that don't know anything apart from horse and carriages.
Horse and carriages.
They still don't know how their car works. They're still trying to feed it hay.
They're just putting hay down the fucking... Welcome back to the Threeskins Podcast, the best podcast in the world. 100 likes every episode.
Bang.
So, we're all going to get rich today, aren't we, boys?
Yeah, Matt's just bought these.
I've done this before.
These
When we did a gambling
You
episode.
never make money out of these, ever.
Oh, yeah?
No, I've had 100 of these things, and I don't think even the ones that you can win like your own money back. I don't think I've ever won anything.
Well, it's going to change today. Apparently, it's 1 in 4.8. 1 in 4.8 win. At least a quid.
What does that mean?
Bollocks.
1.48 win. What does that mean?
What sort of statistic is this?
This is where we all... This is... If you're listening to this audibly, I apologise.
Yeah, we're doing scratch cards for people working.
Could you imagine how mental it would be if one of us actually did win like 100 grand?
Yeah, because
I won
it would be immediately... Greg won!
You actually won a quid?
Yeah, I won a quid. And these cost a quid, so...
That means you've got to get more. Find a bag.
Bag or a finger.
That sucks. That sucks. Anyway, yeah. So now you've liked the podcast and everything.
We're wasting money.
Possibly next week, I might be getting one of my ex-girlfriends on a phone call. And I want you guys to ask questions, but not questions like, oh, what colour is his bell end? Not things like that. Just, you know.
Purple, I'd hope.
Well,
what other colour?
don't ask her because it'll be a different answer. All right, yeah. Yeah. So ask them in the comments. Just try and make them not just talking about my arsehole or anything like that. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
Yeah, don't be rude. Don't be crass or crude or anything like that. Just ask, civil questions. This is the, I believe the ex that you...
Shat my pants in front of.
Yes. So feel free to ask about that.
I don't think she remembers that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we'll get her to make up an answer. She's gonna answer it, goddammit. I won absolutely nothing.
Ah, come on, Lewis.
Nothing.
I can't believe you never won anything.
Why did you even buy those? What a waste.
I won a quid.
Did you win a quid as well?
No.
Oh.
So he spent 3 quids and he got 1 quid out of it.
Gambling, everyone. It's great. Anyway, today's topic / we're just going to chat about what's been going on in the news.
Yeah.
We haven't done that in a while. And also, there's a link below, and it would be to our highlights channel. And that highlights channel is going to have highlights. Maybe 2 or 3 every podcast that being released now. So, if you're strapped for time, you can do that. But,
yeah.
It preferably it would be nice. We're only doing it so we cast a wider net so more people might find out about the podcast. That's why we're doing it. That's why anyone does it.
Yeah.
I
feel like people that know us and have watched us for long enough now know what we're like. But for people that just want short little snippets and not us... Because we do talk some shit.
More likely to get in the algorithm and all that kind of crap.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Yeah, you done chatting shit? You want to actually do the podcast now?
All right, yeah. What are you bringing up, Greg?
I don't know. I don't give a shit. It's fucking news. What's in the news? Climate.
Big climate thing going on.
World's burning or something.
Do you know, that could be the whole thing.
Yeah, but the thing is that I don't know why people put this thing of this conference, we're gonna get shit done. It's just no, you're not. You're a bunch of countries that all have different
You could have ended it there as a bunch of cunt.
No, yeah, they are a bunch of cunts, and legit. And at the end of the day, they would have come to an agreement before the conference, really, if they actually cared. None of them care. They don't give a fuck.
Did a lot of them do what they normally do as well?
Half of them are in their 80s. They don't give a fuck about what's going to happen in 20... they don't care what's going to happen in 100 years, let alone fucking... 5 years.
The president of America found it so interesting he fell asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't seen
He's
He's not asleep.
Dude, he's 100 years old, man. Of course he's going to fall asleep. It's just like that's what happens when you elect someone really. That's the thing. Like last time they had what? Like there's like a 2-year age gap between him and Trump. It's like these are two old guys. You can't. Why are you electing old people?
Well, we said about this in the car. You know, there's a limit where it's like 35 to be able to become prime minister, president, and all that sort of stuff. There should be
like 65.
A limit.
Like pension. As soon as you get a pension age. You're not in any fit state to be running a country. Let's be honest. If you're old enough to be able to fucking retire, then you're too old to be a president.
Yeah. What's the point?
Or a leader or anything like that.
Yeah. Get him out.
You know what I mean?
Get him out.
These guys are sat there like, I bet Biden sat there like staring at all of this like new confound stuff like climate change and all that stuff, and he's like, I remember when my daddy first bought one of the first cars. You know what I mean? Like this motherfucker, like he grew up when like you go on the street and there'll be horse and carriages. You know what I'm saying? This dude is old.
I don't know, he's quite that old.
I'm just saying. Look,
Greg thinks he's legit like 105.
He thinks
but like when this
he was
dude
there when Columbus founded America, Greg. He was there on that ship.
I'm just saying that you can't expect these old people to get anything done. They don't give a fuck.
No. Can't expect anyone.
I say half the old people that I know, anyone over 60 that you bump into, do you know what I mean? Yeah, they're sweet and a little, but you think, fucking hell, you don't know anything about anything, do you? Like,
yeah, dude, don't even know anything about memes.
I don't know memes.
Yeah, but I meet a lot of old people, and you mention like climate change to them. It's like, well, I'll be dead.
Yeah.
And you're just like, great, good for you.
I'll tell you what, I'm surprised. You know when you get a lot of old people together in a care home and they all just sort of just drop like flies? Why has that never happened at the G Summit or whatever it's called?
Yeah, that's true. It's because they're rich old people, so they
they got the money, ain't they?
They're getting fed
all
with
in
all these
private
pills and all
stuff.
that shit.
None of them are on the NHS. Yeah,
No.
they're just.
It's like the Queen. That's why That's why they live so long.
Oh, yeah, look at fucking Philip.
Yeah.
He's looked like he's been dead for like the last 15 years.
Yeah, he has. The entire time I've been
Well, he
like,
is
alive.
now, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he is now, but
Yeah,
like he's looked it for.
Well, he has been
long
dead for a
time.
while.
How could they tell? They were just poking him. He's like, right, he hasn't actually moved for like a week.
A week, yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, well.
Oh, that's rough, isn't it?
Prodding him.
He was like driving up into like his death as well. You know
it's
what I mean? That's
mental,
nothing.
isn't it? It's
Old
mad.
people driving cars.
Oh, yeah. You see him sat at those things like at the last royal wedding, and he's just like, you think that man's behind the wheel of a car, like, can hardly move, like.
There should definitely be age limits on
There needs to be age limits.
Oh yeah, my granddad's like.
But that's
really
what's happened
bad,
is that the old people have like taken control of everything, so then they just make it so that there is no age limit because they're like, well, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
I
true.
fucking rule this country.
That's
I do whatever I want.
That's true. But one thing that I was thinking about is when I first saw the Joe Biden thing, I was, you know, that TikTok of that like Turkish fellow, like Kurd or whatever his name.
Oh, the Kurdish guy. Yeah.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, wake up. They needed to hire him and take him to the conference.
Now this guy's maybe like he knew that was going to happen.
Joe Biden.
He did say 2 year. 2 year.
2 year. Oh, dude.
Was that video
1 year?
Joe Biden's going to drop dead soon if you don't go to the doctor.
It's
You have
true.
2
That's
year.
what he got.
This guy's predicted
1 year sick mom. Like, anyway.
I love that guy.
So, he says about Minecraft as well. He says something.
Does he?
I swear he says something about
remember
Minecraft.
Yeah,
Do you have anything else to say about the summit? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, it's like, well, it's the COP26 or something. I don't really give a shit. Like,
COP.
For me, it's like, I respect that, like,
COPD.
there's people there wanting to protest.
That's a lung disease.
That's not funny.
Oh, no, that's what you said, isn't it?
No, COP.
D.
I didn't say D. Who said D? No one said
sorry.
D.
I just got D on the mind, you know.
Weirdo. Yeah, anyway, the...
D. He said it again.
I didn't say D. What is wrong with
When
your
you
brain?
say the, you say D.
Yeah, because that's just the...
Why?
Why would you say D?
What would you say?
Still didn't
D?
say it right. You went
D.
T.
Yeah, just D.
Say the.
Duh.
The.
Yeah, I just don't see the point in...
Duh.
The TH sound is just functionally useless. I pronounce it like a German does, you know what I mean? Duh. You know, duh. D.
It's pretty funny. You know, the most said word in most languages is the. and Germans.
What, like, not, like, it's all, like, it's the same in a lot of languages?
It is, isn't it? It's the first word is normally the, isn't it? Or some sort of version of the.
Oh.
And then it's and, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
And theirs is die.
D.
Die.
Yeah.
There. D.
Never thought about that.
No, it's pronounced D. It's not pronounced die.
It's spelt die, though.
Yeah, it's spelled die, yeah.
Mm.
But like in French, it's like le. Or in like, I don't know, fucking Spaniard language, or whatever it is. Fucking Lao, I don't know. I don't really give a shit. What are we talking about languages? We're talking about the climate summit. What the fuck is wrong with your brain?
Spaniard language.
Anyway, like, I respect that all these motherfuckers like, oh yeah, we need to change it. Like, you're not gonna change these old motherfuckers' minds. They're set in their ways. You're just gonna wait till then they die, and hope that our generation doesn't get brain rot like theirs did.
They will.
Exactly. So I don't think anything's gonna get
happens
done.
to every generation.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
can you
I just
imagine?
don't think anything's gonna get done.
So they're
I just
near,
don't
like,
think they're gonna do anything.
I think Joe Biden's, what is he, 78?
But we made all of these things like 10 years ago or whatever at the Paris Agreement. We made all of these fucking things.
Yeah, I
but
remember
we've
that.
got to go do it again because
Yeah.
nobody's followed the
No.
fucking agreement.
It's stupid.
Every country has broken it. And it's just like, you can't get these motherfuckers to do anything. Let's just be honest. The world's going to burn. Just fucking we're just going to have to get with the program. It is just, the climate's going to heat up. And at the end of the day, it's going to fuck a lot of people up. And that's just the reality.
They'll just do what they normally do, though, where, like you say, it's just blamed on us.
No,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
but that's
oh,
the thing.
now not only can you not have plastic
But the
straws,
issue
you can't
is
have
that
fucking.
Going up to these
We'll
old...
just get loads more like shit like that, like little rules. But it's all them big companies.
Yeah, but like
that
going
do,
up to
like,
these old
most of
people
it.
and telling them like, you know, you got to do something. You got to change the way. You know, it's not fucking horse and carriage days anymore. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Their brains just can't process. It's like going up to a cat and saying, "Don't lick your butt." They're gonna lick their butt because they're a cat. They don't fucking know.
They're set in their ways, aren't they?
They're set in their ways.
They're set in their ways.
You can't change their ways.
Yeah, I don't know. I just honestly, I think
it's a waste of time.
If you need to blend your food to drink it and shit in a nappy, you shouldn't be running
Yeah.
the world.
And let's be honest, this man's fallen asleep.
How many?
That is terrifying. isn't it?
How many of the people that are in that meeting do you reckon have nappies?
Like half. Not even joking. If you see like world leaders, they are. Like, I think the only like young world leader, like Bojo's like relatively young, but he's still old.
Mm.
He's like nearing the fucking
He's
cutoff
near the
age.
cutoff. Yeah.
You got like Trudeau, I guess, who's like young, so he's probably the only young one. And then you've got fucking Biden, who's like 100.
He's
He's nearly Prince Philip, like fucking looking.
No, he's not.
No, he's getting close though. You can see, like, if he did a second term, he's gonna be Prince Philip by the end of that second term.
Oh mate, yeah.
Well, they're already. I think that the Democrats are already starting to think of like replacing him with
Yeah, they will. They're
him
gonna have to.
and Harris.
They're gonna have to replace them.
Kamala. I know. I'm pretty much apolitical now because I was so fed up of just.
Yeah.
Old people.
It's just, you know.
Old person or not old person.
Yeah, old.
No, old person or old person. I don't know. Like the way I see it is that you can't. It's just not gonna happen. I just don't see it happening.
If you run a company, apart from the fact that there's some like discrimination laws, who the fuck is hiring a 78-year-old
To do anything.
to do anything?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so true.
It's so true, in fact, that you're not allowed to legally ask for someone's age anymore in an interview.
Really?
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's the discrimination thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Discriminate again. It's different if you're a world leader. I think everyone agrees that
But they already discriminate because there's like minimum ages.
Yeah, I know. That's why there should be maximum.
Yeah, but that's ageism. No, but they're too young. They have to be like 35. 35 to become a fucking world leader. I mean, like, okay, that's kind of fair enough. But like, Mr. fucking 90-year-old poo pants is fucking. He's allowed to be the world leader.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Is that like, I think it's especially an American problem.
For anyone in the
Americans,
comments
it's
saying, "Oh
always
yeah,
old
you're you're shitting on Biden, that means you're a conservative. We got to shit on a conservative. You just got to equal it out.
Well, Trump is just as bad. He's just the same brain rot. He looks like he's wearing a diaper all the time. You see like those pictures of him where he's like leaning forward. When he stands, he leans forward. But you know when those pictures of him where he's stood up straight, but he's always leaning forward like really far. It's because he's shitting his pants all the time. Dude's got, and he looks like he wears adult diapers. I'm not joking. He does look like
does.
And that's the problem, is that it's just old people everywhere. You can't escape them.
Yeah. It's so true, though.
The only reason that Trump doesn't look as old as Biden is because he fucking spray tans and has a fucking wig. You know what I mean?
Is it a wig, though?
I don't know. Maybe.
I saw someone pull on his hair once.
I still don't understand his hair.
He can have plugs.
Because it goes right down, but it's almost like you can't tell if it's swept back or swept forwards.
I don't understand Bojo's hair either.
Yeah, Bojo's hair is very confusing because I was saying this the other day. It looks like you know when you're like 14 and you want to bleach your hair for the first time.
Yeah.
You bleach your hair and it looks all like it goes all wispy and ratty and it's just everywhere.
Like straw.
But have you seen his? Have you seen his
hair's
dad?
like
though?
always like that.
Have you seen his dad though? Because his dad's got like his dad looks and sounds just like him.
Yeah, the voices are exactly
I
the
reckon
same.
they're like, you know, like how the Targaryens have all got like white hair. I reckon it's a long line of Johnsons fucking each other. And like
talking about like people who look similar. Has anyone seen Trump's mum?
Oh yeah,
she's still alive.
I don't know.
Right.
She's not alive anymore. But yeah. Yeah,
because if she was, she'd be running some sort of country.
Yeah, she fits the criteria. She's over 70. Like,
I need to show you a picture of her because you will laugh. Have you seen it, Greg?
Yeah,
you've seen
I haven't seen this. I don't know what to expect.
I don't know. For some reason, I think the only I'll put the picture up now, but the only picture. Go on.
No, I was pointing to. That's where the picture's gonna go. Fuck off.
Yeah.
No way, because I thought Trump's hair was mad, but like she's got behind it like Ace Ventura.
Alrighty then.
It's mental, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Anyway, yeah, the entire thing is that like climate conference, like fair enough, they're trying to do something. I just don't think they're going to get anything done.
But are they trying to do something, or is it just everyone's on our case? We need to have a big meeting.
Exactly. This happens
because they say no one's going to follow.
Every 5 years, they have a big conference like this. They all go, yes, we're going to agree to this. We're all going to do it. Yes, let's do it together. No one does anything, and then they do the next conference 5 years later.
Yeah,
it's just it's you know
it's just
like,
to appease the people.
It's like Groundhog Day, man. It's just Groundhog Day. It's same shit.
It's
over and over.
It's just boring.
Yeah, it is just boring.
And what's weird is like people who are new to politics aren't in the idea that it's just a cycle.
Yeah, but to them it's like, oh yeah,
this time we're gonna do it.
Yeah, to them it's like, oh, they're finally doing it.
Yeah.
We're gonna get something done. It's like, we've been here before. We've been here since like this has been like
forever.
Since we've known about climate change, this has been happening.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's just
talking about we'll skirt on from that. There's another news story at the moment about Elon Musk trying to fix world hunger. And he said,
I saw
he said
this.
Was it UN, United Nations, or some sort of some acronym? He was like, yeah, if it costs $6 billion to end world hunger, I'll like sell all my Tesla stock today and give it to you.
He's like, but you have to prove it. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think like the idea that it costs $6 billion to end world hunger. It
would have been done.
You would have been done. The issue with the cause of hunger isn't like money, because like
it's
to
like
our brain,
food.
to our brain, but to our brains, it's like, oh yeah, you just get $6 billion and you go buy some food with it. But that's not the issue. The issue is that they don't have like
they don't have the resources to
and a lot of them have higher populations than they have higher populations than their farmland can handle, and it's just there's so many things behind it.
You can't solve everything with money. A lot of stuff you can, but there's some shit.
You can do a lot with money. You can go build like better wells and you know fucking like
I think that's
shit like that. There's loads of
hopefully
things
that's
you
what
can
the
do.
plan is, because if it's like
Yeah.
just buy 6 billion's worth of food and then it's gone in 2 years.
Here you go, poor little child. Here's a tin of beans.
Yeah, 6 billion's worth of tinned beans. Nothing else, just that.
Is this like...
In a
It's
big
okay,
pile,
we
like-
have another tin of beans for you coming next week.
But no can opener.
Use
Just
your
to be
teeth. Use your teeth. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that is... Yeah,
You're right. I think we said about it before, but when it comes to world hunger, you've got to like educate people. This is how you farm. This is how you irrigate land. This is how you do this, and then like you teach
you have
your
to build,
children.
and then you have to build all of the infrastructure for
Yeah.
it all, and it's a lot more. Like it costs like $6 billion to build. Like, have you heard about this fucking big old railway thing that they're building between like Manchester and London or whatever?
And that's 6 billion, is it?
I think it costs more than that.
That goes
and
to
you're
show-
telling
yeah.
me that you can end world hunger with that shit?
Yeah.
You probably could hardly pay the companies that go out and do anything for $6 billion.
Honestly, it's a good point though. Everything costs so much money because like even things that you think are like ridiculously small, and even do like a council or government, they spend so much money on just fuck all. I remember around my way, like a few years ago, there were 2 lanes of traffic, and they were always just full. So the council tried to solve that by making it 1 lane and the other one a bus lane. Didn't last very long because it made the traffic worse. But they took it down. All it was just painted a bus lane in. I think they said it cost like £20,000 or £30,000 or some shit. And it's like, how?
It's like
How
money.
just
it's
to
like
roll some paint in the road and say this is a bus lane?
it's-
How does it cost that?
The funny
much?
thing is that, you know, the motorway by us,
Yeah.
obviously they're turning it into a smart motorway.
Yeah.
But literally halfway through building it, like, it's become this big thing that smart motorways are actually, like, terrible.
Aren't very smart. Yeah.
And now they're just like, shit, but they're just still building it anyway, and they don't give a fuck. They're just...
It's
Well,
ridiculous.
they're terrible. What's wrong with them?
They've got no hard shoulder. So if you break down.
Yeah,
Right.
but the issue
Right,
is...
come
that
on, that
it-
would have
it-
been the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
but
ridiculous,
it's a
isn't
great idea in the sense of, oh, you have 4 lanes of traffic. But, and we'll just close this lane down when someone breaks down. But people are cunts. And people will see that one closed, but no one on it, and be like, yeah, I'm going to fucking speed down that one and get ahead of the traffic.
Yeah. But
Because
no,
people are just cunts. That's just the way it is.
But not even that, like immediate. It's like the immediately afterwards as well, because it's like if you're in a car and it suddenly breaks down and you've got nowhere to go and you've got a fucking like 8.5 ton fucking massive vehicle behind you. Do you know what I mean? It's not gonna. You're gonna get
Mangled.
Yeah. All of it is backwards and none of it makes any
it's-
sense. But
it makes no sense.
I'll
yeah,
tell
I
you-
can't imagine how much money has been spent on that
But
because it
that-
stretches all the way from like Portsmouth to past
Yeah.
like towards Southampton.
And that's
So
the
it's
issue.
like-
That is literally like...
And they've had to cut it off for like 2 years.
Yeah, so
they've been building
my
it for
idea,
so long.
the idea that 6 billion will solve world hunger is just the most ridiculous,
Yeah, I want to see the.
idiotic thing I've ever heard in my
I
life.
want to
Yeah.
see the graphs.
Yeah.
It's
We're-
just-
we're
Who
looking-
worked this out? Yeah.
We're looking at like $1 trillion.
What I
More.
think they've done is they've moved the goalposts. So what they're saying is world hunger is like literally, oh, you have
A bowl of rice.
a bowl of rice a day, as opposed to like like.
Stick insect a day or whatever, I don't know.
Jesus.
I've seen someone eat a sticky insect.
Well,
so, you know.
I don't know. I don't know what it's like to live in world hunger. I don't
That's exactly the
understand.
point we're making. We're not educated about this stuff.
Yeah.
No.
And if
What
we
does it
were,
mean,
we
like,
wouldn't be making
Is
stupid.
bowl of rice a day world hunger? Or is that like
No, but that's what I
above world
think.
hunger?
I think they probably would have meant
Yeah, it's
three
solving.
meals a day, and then they were like,
Yeah.
actually, well, what we mean by world hunger is
It's solving world
Well,
hunger on the tightest bracket,
Yeah.
like just about doing the minimum. Like,
yeah. It's kind
Not
of
like these people are getting 3 meals
I
a
think
day.
it's just another example of the same thing with the climate thing. It's like everyone's like trying to solve this problem and all this stuff, but it never gets done.
No.
It never like
It's kind of just, I'm just defeated.
But the
by all
trouble
this
with
stuff.
it with
yeah,
though,
it's
I
like
think
there's a
it's-
sense of defeat.
the trouble with trying to solve that shit though is it's so hard now because there is literally like that. Like say we get all the flack a lot of the time. Oh, you got to now start doing this, and eventually it'll be like you're gonna have to get rid of all these types of cars, and we're all gonna have to go electric, and this and that. But the trouble is, even doing that, there's still like it's all like the biggest companies in the world. Most of them are responsible for like 60, 70, 80% of the. Do you know what I mean? So and literally the only way is to cut all of that off. And to be honest, in defence to all these people, you can't do that now. Imagine if all of a sudden we are going to solve this categorically. all of this, all this manufacturing is just going to stop. It's just going to cease.
Yeah, but like, yeah,
It would go into
all of those companies
chaos.
that literally own like every bit of food.
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna boycott all of these companies that are causing all this pollution, it's like, what do you eat? A stick insect? You know what I mean? Like, what else?
We would have
you
to
eat?
completely rethink how we went about everything.
You'd have
and
to,
it's too late now. It's too late now. That's the problem.
Is it? Do you remember when Tesco used to like? It's law now that you have to, if you have out-of-date food, you have to give it to the homeless or like donate it to food banks.
I think that was
For a long period of time, Tesco would do stuff like put it all in the bin and pour bleach all over it, so homeless people couldn't pull it out and eat it.
What?
Yeah.
That was a Tesco campaign, wasn't it? What are you talking about?
Yeah, bleach the food.
Bleach your food, so
bleach the homeless.
And shop at Tesco.
Oh god, I just imagine a load of homeless people with blonde hair now. You never see blonde homeless, do you?
All these
you ever see a blonde homeless guy?
Like Carl Pilkington, like you never see a Chinese homeless person.
Yeah,
or whatever. Like,
all these
that's
homeless
brutal.
people just looking like.
Yeah, you never see
man.
homeless people with cool hairdos. That's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, but
it's a shame.
Yeah, but
they look like Hagrid. I've been watching Harry Potter again recently.
Have you?
It's so good.
They're amazing, aren't they?
Speaking of politics and all that
here
sort
we
of
go.
stuff.
That's what
Every episode we do, anytime we talk about politics, it just shows our ignorance.
Yeah, about anything actually, really.
Yeah, it's true. We're just joking around.
Yeah.
Like I say, we've said so many times that we should have called this podcast The Gist. Because we know little bits about, but nothing's ever
we don't know. Though.
Okay, so there's a new big conspiracy theory amongst like crazy people in America.
Oh, is this the QAnon thing?
What?
This is hilarious. Okay. I was going to bring this one up.
The what thing? I don't know what this is.
There's a certain sect of QAnon or whatever they are.
Do you know what that is?
No, what's that?
You've never heard of that?
QAnon.
Anon.
It rings a bell, but
apparently
I have no idea what
basically,
it is.
there's this guy called like Q that apparently like works with like the evil. Well, he's like infiltrated the evil cabal of like Satanists that eat children that rule the United States of America,
aka the Clintons.
Yeah. Anyway, and the
no,
new
Bill Burr's like, they all dress up as pheasants and fuck each other.
The new conspiracy theory is that JFK is still alive.
Yeah. No, guys.
This isn't. It goes a little bit more in depth than that.
We've all seen his head explode.
Like, by Raoul Moat.
It's on YouTube.
Remember Raoul Moat?
The reconstructive surgery.
At the drain.
The reconstructive surgery after him getting shot made him look like Keith Richards, and he is Keith Richards.
What? What reconstructive surgery can you do for blown up head?
No, but
I saw his head
I made that bit up,
like a
but there is an idea.
You made that bit up.
You made that bit up.
No, but Americans are so bonkers that we just accept it.
But the idea is that Keith Richards. Well, there's like the theory that Keith Richards is JFK, and also there's a prophecy from Q. Are
you making all this up right now?
There's like millions of people in America that believe this stuff.
Americans are just wired different, aren't they? Like,
okay, so
there are some mental English people.
There's a prophecy that JFK faked his death.
Why?
No. Okay, JFK Jr., which is the other JFK. So there's two JFK.
Yeah, but he died in like '99 or something, didn't he?
So JFK Jr. faked his death in an aircraft accident because
is that how he died?
Yeah, he died in an aircraft.
He got Buddy Holly,
and he's going to return as Donald Trump's vice president pick for 2024. That is legit what these people believe.
Wasn't JFK Jr. like not conservative?
I don't know.
I thought he was Democrat.
I don't know. These people are insane. I don't know what they like. What I don't get it.
But do they think he's going to come back as you said vice president, right?
Yeah.
You think they think he's going to come back as vice president as himself? Like, look at me, I've returned from the... Or he's going to be like under a different identity?
I don't know. I think the idea is he's going to come back as JFK Jr. and be like, "Hey guys, I'm JFK Jr.
Looking like Frankenstein.
I died in like the 70s or whatever, and I'm back, and we're gonna unite the country with Donald Trump. Come on, everybody." I think that's what.
I don't get it.
Like,
I don't get it.
Do you want me to get like a list of some of the shit that these people believe?
We've not heard of that.
No,
before.
I have no idea.
You're blessed.
I'm blown away right now.
Okay, so essentially what they believe is that...
I'm quite happy in my ignorance. Yeah, I hide from
they believe that,
everything.
like, Bill Gates, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Obama, Biden... You,
Joe
like,
Biden.
think of anyone that's, like, sort of more Democrat-y. Like, on the
Right.
Democrat side of things.
Yeah.
Like, apparently, they're all saying this. Okay? And they go into, like, this pizza place.
Oh,
Right.
I've heard about this.
Yeah, so they
I've
go
heard
into,
about
they
the
go into this pizza
Pizzagate
place and they like, I don't know, like rape babies and
Yeah.
and then eat them.
Because apparently there's like pictures of missing children on
Yeah.
the inside and stuff like
And
that. I don't know how much of this shit is true. though.
they apparently they extract like this fucking adrenochrome from like
Oh, I've heard about
their
all
like
of-
glands
yeah.
as they're torturing them, and then they inject it into themselves.
And that's why they live so long and looks.
Yeah.
Oh, camera's gone.
It's just insane. It's like
It's not that insane.
that is quite insane. Like
To be fair, that list of people, they're not all great.
yeah, but like
But I don't think they're torturing babies
they're not doing shit like that. They're doing shit like like buying stocks in companies that like still have slavery and stuff like that. They're doing like shady shit. But that's what every rich
Yeah.
American does.
That's how you
'Cause
get rich.
That's how
just
you get rich.
exploiting
You just exploit other people.
Yeah.
That's just how you get rich in the world.
Mm.
What else do they believe, Greg?
Well, they like the big storming of the Capitol or whatever it is.
Yeah.
They believe that like that would happen, and then they'd like execute like Biden and all of that like outside the front of the White House or whatever, and that they still think that Donald Trump's still the president and he's just in hiding. And
Do they not know how have they not figured out how it sort of works yet?
Yeah,
You
no,
serve
but
a term and then that's
there
it.
was even a funny theory at
I don't
one
get
point
it.
that Biden wasn't actually Biden, but he was like one of Donald Trump's like close associates that had like face surgery look like Biden.
For
Like,
fuck's
look,
Have you seen
sake.
Face Off?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
what they're,
yeah,
they're
like,
basing
yeah.
all of their fucking all of their
It seems to
theories
me
on
like there's a
just
sort of
face off, yeah, and shit
they're-
like that.
it's like there's like a war in America, but it's not a political war. It's a war to see what crazy shit you can get the most people to believe.
Yeah.
Originally, Scientology was winning that one. Actually, Christianity won. That
I mean,
one a long
Scientology,
time ago.
even compared to like QAnon, like Scientology's still bonkers. Like,
yeah.
it's just like it's completely insane.
Yeah,
It's like-
Scientology is the original QAnon.
It's so insane that like, for example, like the idea is that like it was 1 trillion years ago that these aliens first came to Earth. The universe didn't even exist 1 trillion years ago. These people are insane. It just makes no sense.
It's all fun. It's
Anyway,
all fun and games.
yeah, like it's just I don't know. We probably brought this up 1,000 times, but what is wrong with people's brains?
What happened? What happened to the footage of us going to that Scientology hotel that we never released?
We decided not to release
We
it
put it on
because was,
Patreon, yeah.
This is something that we are thinking about, by the way. Doing
Yeah.
a Patreon.
Yeah,
Patreon.
yeah.
We've thought about it for a while, but we delayed it for a bit because we didn't just want to make one and then just not have anything to. Do you know what I mean? We wanted to feel like you were getting something out of it, and
Yeah,
we haven't really
We'll
figured.
put some extra stuff. in
Yeah,
there.
but we're gonna get that done soon at some point.
Maybe an extra 30 seconds at the end of podcast, or like a extra 0.5 a
Yeah.
week or something like that.
We were thinking about it because we're in the car a lot, and in the car we chat a lot of shit as well. And we're thinking about maybe just recording some of that and having like little extra car clips.
Yeah.
You know, us just rambling.
Yeah.
Because all we do is ramble.
If you're interested,
we're rambling,
We'll
like,
make
literally
it. We'll
right now
make
we're
it quite
rambling.
cheap. Be like £2 or £3 a month or whatever.
Yeah, huh? Can you do like exclusive like Patreon merch and stuff as well? Could you do that?
Yeah,
kind
you
of
can do that.
Yeah,
Mm.
because I'd like to get merch going, but it would be nice to have like, like Patreon people get little extra bits like that. We
What
talked about
else
doing merch
has
for a long
been in the
time.
news.
What's going on in the news?
Yeah, in the
Okay, another
news.
thing is Afghanistan. You remember that
Oh
place?
God!
Do you remember?
Apparently, their economy
fill me in, Greg,
their
I'm not
economy has
familiar.
completely collapsed since the Taliban took over.
Oh
No.
yeah.
What a
Oh.
surprise!
Oh, you who'd have thunk
You're
it?
telling me that like extremists, like motherfuckers, don't understand finance? They probably are like they're like, yeah, we got like loads of guns now. It's like, yeah, but what about the economy? What the fuck is the economy? I'd fucking go pray, you idiot.
They're in the back of a truck with all their AKs and like, is
Go
anyone
pray.
here an
Yeah, but that's
accountant?
what they believe. They like,
I can't-
they literally like force you at gunpoint to pray 5 times a day and shit, don't they? That's like the Taliban. You're not allowed to listen to music under the Taliban, are you?
Fuck off.
Yeah, because like there's a thing in like the Quran or whatever that says that like you can't listen to music. And like obviously a lot of Muslims do, but like hardline extremists like think music's like completely evil, and that you're not allowed to listen to it.
No wonder they're always so angry all the time. Imagine a life with no music.
Yeah, I can't imagine being in the Taliban. Be very shit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like you're just chilling. What do you do when
when you're not cutting someone's head off?
Yeah, what do you do? What's your what are their pastimes?
Like,
what are their hobbies? Like they must have hobbies. Everyone has a hobby.
This is ridiculous.
No, but this is a
what
genuine...
do the Taliban have as a hobby?
Yeah, what do they have as a... That's a genuine question. What do you think they do? Like you can't just... Because you're going to run out of heads to cut off, aren't you? So that can't be your hobby. You've got to have other hobbies.
You're going to run out of heads to cut off.
Yeah. So what do they do? Like, do they go around, like, chilling... chess?
They play a lot of football.
Can't play chess.
They can't play video games, can they? Because they got no internet. Because, like, I don't know.
Yeah, and as soon as, like, the Tetris
yeah.
Yeah,
start
exactly.
shooting the screen.
Every game has music, so do they have to mute it to play video games?
I don't know. That's a good question. Can they watch movies?
Yeah, movies, like, every movie has music in it.
I feel like what you just said is bullshit.
Yeah, this sounds mad.
You could do nothing with that time.
Well,
can you even think of music?
No.
What if you drive past someone and they're listening to the radio?
You shoot them.
I'm
saying, okay, maybe not now, but like when the
mad.
Taliban was last in charge of Afghanistan, before like the invasion in 2003 or whatever, 2001 or whatever year it was, literally it was banned. You literally could not play music. They would come to your house if you play music and like take you out.
Is this for
and arrest you.
definite? Like,
yeah, like 100%.
Huh?
It's just crazy. It is crazy.
That is mad. If that's true, it's mental.
Anyway, so yeah, that's your that's the Afghan news for today.
For today.
Okay, here's another thing that goes back to the climate conference, which I found funny, is outrage as 400 VIP jets converge on Glasgow for the global warming summit.
That's what I was going to say earlier. Like,
it's just like these people
they
are like
all arrive on their fucking jumbo
yeah,
jets.
we're gonna go there and we're gonna solve climate. Let's get a fucking private jets.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting with peasants on the fucking plane.
It's mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work though. Like how you get them in there anyway. Like
because a lot of that isn't
It's all-
global leaders. It's like rich and famous people going to show support and stuff
didn't Jeff
by
Bezos?
taking private jets.
Jeff Bezos said something about he's gonna donate a large amount of money towards keeping trees or something after talking to Prince Charles.
Yeah, Bill Gates.
No, it's Bezos. The other crazy billionaire.
I mean, maybe.
They're all crazy. Every billionaire's crazy.
Well, you have to be to
You do have to
become a
be.
billionaire. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you
Because
inherit it.
like there's two. Yeah, well, there's three. I say three.
You would go mad with that kind of.
Yeah, because like you either get like become a billionaire from inheritance and all that, or you do it by taking big
Cutthroat,
risks
like-
and being like that 0.01% of people whose risks actually like turn out in their favor. Like think of it like how big of a risk that Amazon was. It was a crazy idea. Yeah, we can anything you want to your door. You know what I mean? Like, if you said that to me, like, 30 years ago... Well, I wasn't alive 30 years ago, but, like, even 20 years ago, you said that to me. I'm like, that's bullshit. That's never going to happen. But it did. He took the risk, and it paid off.
It did pay off quite well.
Crazy. And he looks like a Bond villain, so he has to be crazy.
He laughs like a Bond
He's got the
villain.
glass eye, hasn't he? He's like...
Has he got a glass
I think
eye?
he does. Like, one of his eyes
Jeff
doesn't move.
Bezos?
Yeah, one of his eyes don't move when he...
That doesn't mean it's glass.
Well, maybe he's lazy. I don't know. He's got an issue with his eye.
I was watching I can't remember what I was watching the other day. Some guy was talking on the telly, and every time he blinked, his eye went from normal to really lazy. Every time he blinked, and I just could not look at it.
Oh yeah, you're right. Jeff Bezos pledged to $732 million to help reforest Africa.
Is there much forest?
The Congo.
Oh yeah, of course.
I
I mean,
they have a rainforest.
Africa's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
dude,
the thing,
it's
isn't it?
massive.
When your first picture is just like this desert where it never rains and nothing grows, but you forget sort of this.
Yeah, but that's propaganda on the telly, isn't it?
I don't think it is. I think it's just lack of like
There's not much news.
education, isn't it?
It's true.
There's not much
Probably,
news.
yeah.
Not much news at all.
No, there
I
hasn't.
got some random stupid headlines that we could.
Yeah, we can
Buzz
rip
through
off
if you
some
want.
some head.
I'll just rip off some headlines, and if you're interested, I'll just click on it. But if not, we'll skip. Bird of the Year controversy after the contest is won by a bat.
I saw this one.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's not
The thing
fair,
is,
really.
though, it is after like like how many fucking birds of the years can you get until you're just like whale? Because
We've done every
Yeah.
bird.
That's true. That is true.
yeah,
It's
so
the 53rd annual Bird of the Year, and we've
Yeah.
done all of the
Yeah,
birds.
nobody
we've
wants
done
to-
sparrow, robins.
No
we've
one
just
likes
done
it when the
fucking-
same bird wins on a,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
That's just boring.
Yeah, because then
So-
everyone starts hating it.
We did an
Yeah.
eagle twice, and no one even noticed.
Eagles are overrated. They
Yeah.
always win the awards. You know what I mean?
That's jokes.
Bird of the year.
Queen turns down Oldie of the Year award.
Oldie.
Oldie of the Year award.
God, I feel like we're going to talk about old people a little bit too much this podcast. But yeah, click on it.
Yeah, well.
You wanna say
Oldie.
about that? The Oldie of the Year is run by awards chairman Giles Brandreth
Well, that's a fucking old name.
for the Oldie magazine. I've never heard of the Oldie magazine. Old people don't read magazines, do they? The monarch believes she does not meet criteria to accept the trophy, so has declined it. Well, she's definitely old, so I'd say she matches the criteria.
Yeah, but she pretty well.
She's 95. That's
I can't
old.
believe she's that old.
It's mad, isn't it? Yeah.
Teacher of the Year charged with child abuse.
Oh, Greg.
Yeah, but I'm looking for headlines, guys. Come on, let me. I'm just trying to help.
Well,
It's just been a slow
they
week.
got that
It's
one
been a
wrong,
slow
didn't they?
week. Man eaten by piranhas after jumping into lake to escape bees.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
To escape bees at the end. It's like,
Yeah, just killing bees.
Oh no!
Shit.
Yeah, but what would you rather be killed by, bees or piranhas? I'll take the bees.
Bees.
Yeah.
oh, mate. That's a hard one, though. Because
No,
the bees
bees.
would... No, but
Getting
the
ripped
bees
apart
would
by
be slow and...
piranhas.
Like, the piranhas would be quick. They'd tear your flesh off in under a
I
minute.
don't think
But
that's
it would be
true.
horrible,
I don't think.
but-
I think.
No, they do. They'd,
it'd be,
like, test...
it'd be
they,
slow death. I think like the bees.
I think the bees would be an even slower
No,
death,
no,
because
no.
you'd have to deal with all that poison in you, and you'd
yeah,
be
but
like
the poison.
there, like,
Maybe the
looking like
poison
the
will like, knock
Michelin
you out
Man
before.
for, like,
No,
hours before you
You'll
die.
get knocked out by the poison first. You're like,
Would ya?
You get all high.
Yeah, have you seen My Girl?
Oh, is that the film with little...
Yeah, it's where Greg dies in it.
Greg- Spoilers?
Getting beat
I've got
to death.
allergies. Allergies to bees.
Alright, I've got a couple.
Missing Turkish man joined search party looking for himself.
I had I'm gonna butcher this, but it was something like oh no, I won't. Let me find what I was because I bookmarked it. I bookmarked like hundreds.
All right.
Runaway cow stops rush hour traffic on M25, and the headline is "Move it."
Oh god.
Okay. King Jong.
Oh fucking Greg, why you always pick this?
Tell starving North Koreans to eat less until 2025, as food is running very low.
Nah, not if Elon Musk has anything to do with it.
Eat less.
It's like,
That's
yeah, but it's the
mental.
fact that they're already starving, and it's just like,
Yeah.
That's
can you-
not funny.
Can you eat a little bit less?
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah, it's not funny that they're starving. It's funny that like this fat dude's like telling them to eat less.
Yeah,
They should just go eat him.
That's the mental thing about that, though. Like, in terms of like Western sort of politics, it's like they're all shafting you, but they don't tell you that they are. They sort of lie to, like, do you know what I mean? But out there, they're literally just like, hey, yeah, we know you're starving, but don't stop eating because we're running low. Right, cheers. Imagine just like an English, like, or it's just mad. It's crazy.
They're
Poor
gonna start
fuckers,
eating each other soon enough.
dude. Anyone got any others?
yeah. I just saw that man beaten by bees, eaten by piranhas. Yeah, you weren't wrong about the Keith Richards being JFK.
Yeah.
Does he look like him?
No.
JFK.
Oh, no, it's an actual thing.
QAnon.
It's not JFK. It's JFK Junior.
Junior.
So
Is
he's
he
like
he's
I think he's like the younger brother of JFK.
apparently Facebook's changing this
Or is he
name.
the son of JFK? No, he's the son of JFK. So JFK's son died in an airplane crash, and they think that JFK's son is not actually dead. He faked his death, and now he's going to come back, and he's going to be Donald Trump's vice president, and he's also Keith Richards. I don't.
There's so many things wrong with that though. Like Donald Trump's vice president, like, and they still think
but
he's the president.
What is this
but he's
Keith
in
Richards
hiding.
thing? Because
I don't get it.
JFK Jr. was born in 1960, so that
Have you ever told?
Keith Richards was like 15
Have
at that
we
time.
ever said on a podcast about the Rolling Stones?
No, not really.
Well, our gran dated the drummer who passed away.
Yeah, Charlie Watts. Yeah.
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 We
But-
could have
well,
been.
no, they dated. They went out on like 2 dates, I think.
That's dated.
That's dating.
Okay,
That's
I guess,
dated.
I guess it counts. I guess it
That's
counts.
dated. Hiker lost on mountain for 24 hours. He ignored calls from rescuers because he didn't recognise the phone numbers.
I think I saw that the other day. Yeah, mental,
Why would it's just so
mad.
it's just so stupid. I love
Surely, if anybody phoned you, you'd be like, "Oh, you need to like send help." Because, like,
I'm missing.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. No, I'm not.
it's
right.
just like just
It's probably
silent.
the-
Oh God, I'm gonna die out here.
It's telemarketers.
Yeah, no, I
Fuck
don't want
'em.
to buy anything. Fuck off. Potential fraud. No, I don't get it.
I'm still like trying to get my head around this JFK shit.
Yeah, it's pretty mad, isn't it?
Police admit officer did mistake paddling pool full of goldfish for sharks. But I think that one's just better left as a headline. Cause
Yeah, keep that one a headline.
That's just crazy. Anyway.
Police called to help untangle 7 baby squirrels after their tails got knotted together. 7
Oh.
squirrels.
Dude, do you know that happens
Yeah.
to rats? And I
Yeah.
don't know why.
It happens to rats so much. There's even like a name for it. I find
Really?
Yeah.
Like a group of them get their tails tied
they
together.
just get their
Yeah,
tails.
it's like a really
How
common
does that
thing.
happen?
No, I have no idea. It's kind of like when you put your headphones in your pocket and then you pull them out and it's just like, fucking, how did it get so tangled?
That's mad.
It's called a rat king.
The Rat King.
Ah.
That's mental.
Yeah, apparently.
Have you
it
not
happens.
seen that?
No.
No.
They're like
'cause-
little like rat
Well,
live
it's 'cause
Beyblades.
It's because they all live
Do you
in
know
like.
what I mean?
Yeah, but-
Rat
It's
Beyblade.
because
Yeah.
they live in the dark, like underneath buildings, and like there's trillions of them, and they all just huddle
Yeah, but
together,
that-
and shit gets like tangled up.
That's too
Okay,
crazy.
Yeah, but imagine it like this: you've rolled up your like.
I'm
rolled
sure
up-
there's a guy out
No,
there doing
no,
it.
But you've rolled up your headphone lead, yeah?
Yeah.
Put it in your pocket. You come out, it's completely tangled up.
I literally just said that, Greg.
Oh shit! Sorry, I was so busy looking for this
Looking at
that I didn't hear.
We got the same
No, but
thought
it's
process,
Yeah,
Greg.
but that's.
So,
I think it's just weird, isn't it?
I found one, yeah. Andrew Lloyd Webber, you know the guy who created Cats.
Yeah, he stole music from Pink Floyd.
He hated the movie so much, he went out and bought a dog.
What? Is that true?
That's what it says here.
That's
That's
so
amazing.
that's so pedantic, though, isn't it? Like,
Why
know,
would you even tell anyone that?
Yeah. I didn't like that so much. I went and bought a dog. Look at me,
That's
I'm
so
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
I'm Andrew Lloyd Webber.
To be fair though, I think he's nowadays Shakespeare.
He's not.
He is.
His plays
dude.
are so shit.
It's
They're
so Shakespeare's.
What's he done other than
Shakespeare's
Cats?
That's fair
plays are
enough.
shit.
What's he actually created other than Cats?
He did the Jesus Christ one.
Superstar.
Yeah, I think he
Came
did
to Earth
that.
in a Jaguar.
He did Cats. He did Phantom of the Opera.
Jesus.
Okay.
No, it was
Okay.
Technicolor Dreamcoat, wasn't it?
Was it? I
Well,
don't
like
know.
I thought that was like he didn't.
I
Create
don't like
that,
him.
did he?
I
thought it
don't
was
think
a
his plays are
story.
good. I've seen them and I'm just like, eh.
Andrew Lloyd, our aunties actually worked with him.
His music
Seriously?
shit.
Yeah.
And he stole riffs from Pink Floyd, and that's unforgivable.
Is it?
Well, it is forgivable, but like, I'm looking for reasons to shit on him. Don't fucking get up on my fucking face,
I don't
man.
like his face.
This is amazing.
He looks a bit like we used to have a drama teacher,
Oh god.
and
yeah.
he used to have
They're
like
the
he used to have
same
like
drama
a
teacher.
he used to have like
Andrew
a
Lloyd
like
Webber.
like a bulbous neck, and he looked like Boss Nass from
Yeah.
Phantom Menace.
Used to be Punish.
Yeah.
That's so good.
So he did Cats, Evita,
I've never heard of Evita.
Jesus Christ Superstar, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, blah blah blah, Starlight Express, Sunset Boulevard. He's done hundreds.
Yeah, I just don't. Think
Not
that-
many of that being very notable, like because I know Cats
In the
and I know Joseph.
he's
but-
definitely modern day Shakespeare.
I just think they're shit.
Yeah, but so Shakespeare.
I like Shakespeare.
Shakespeare
though.
played Oh god, yeah, but are you telling me none of them are plagiarized? They're all just stories from yesteryear.
That's true. That's fair enough. Yeah, they're all but that's every story. Everything's just
Yeah.
plagiarized. Like every story, like when people are like, "Oh my god, look at this! Oh, I love the plot twist. It's so good." I'm just sat there like,
It was in the Bible.
He's taken like 4 different old books and just meshed them together and made it a film. There's no such thing as an original idea or story. It's just every idea you have is. Yeah, it's Inception. Your brain is
Inception. Yeah, but what? Okay, the plot of Inception.
Okay,
It's never been done like that.
It is just a bank heist film in someone's brain.
There's
That's literally it.
There's definitely movies though where they've done like, or ideas where they've definitely done like dabbled on that sort of idea, like dreaming being sort of reality.
Like Paprika, the anime film. It's basically the same idea.
There's
It's basically just a bank heist in someone's dreams.
The guy with the long
That's
fingers.
what it is.
Edward Scissorhands.
Not him.
Yeah,
the other one. The
salad thing.
The mean one.
The Indian guy with the massive long.
No, not him. No, the mean guy. That itchy
and
weird face.
It's
Looks like he's been burnt. He's got like a fucking hat.
What are you talking
like
about?
Like an Undertaker hat. What's it? Freddy Krueger.
I had no idea you were talking about Freddy Krueger there.
Yeah, I'm not very good at charades.
Scarecrow.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, he attacks you from inside your dreams, right? Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. The idea of going into dreams is
that?
but the idea of going into dreams has been like around since forever.
Yeah.
You probably find like fucking ancient Egyptian tales of going into dreams.
Wonderland.
Oh, kind of. I don't know if that's a dream.
It's not real, is it? She fell down a rabbit hole for fuck's sake, like.
But I don't think that's like that novel of an idea going into a dream. Like,
okay, come up with an original idea right now.
That's my point, though. My point is that no one can. No one does.
Yeah, but originally there was a caveman who looked dream, big in dream.
Yeah, but he's dead, and we'll never know who he was.
World fold in dream.
But my point.
No, come on.
My point is that like everything is based on shit beforehand.
Yeah,
it's like with science. Like back in the day, science was shit because like all you had in the past was like some guy bashing some rocks, and now you bash rocks a little bit better.
It's true. And now you make diamonds.
But now that we've got all of this like knowledge that you can look at, it gets a lot. It's like with skateboarding. Skateboarding back in the day, man, like people could hardly kickflip, and now kids are like fucking doing 1080 backflips and shit like that at like 7 years old because they have this wealth of like knowledge.
There was some kid who did a 1080.
Yeah. But it's because they
got
this,
of Tony Hawk.
They got this wealth of knowledge that skateboarders, you know, especially with YouTube and stuff, you can sit and just learn.
I think it's the same argument for like the Shakespeare thing you were saying earlier. Like, oh, they're not that good. But like, you got like his frame of reference. Do you know what I mean? Like, knowing a lot about the history. Like, we've got when you write a story now, you could like make it about the present, the past. You take all aspects from it. But when you're like, that's your whole life. Do you know what I mean? And they're not really like, what year was Shakespeare writing stuff?
Like 1600s.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what was there to do? Or like, there was no sci-fi or action flicks. But it's just like, oh, well, write about love.
Yeah,
because there's nothing else. Like,
yeah, that's kind of annoying.
Love and
that's
death.
Why I find them boring as hell.
Yeah,
Shakespeare can do one.
The stories are good, but actually, like reading through them are just like, I don't know.
I think if you got the stories from them and you put them into like an interesting world that's not just hello there, hello lady, fucking Macbeth or some shit. You know, no one gives a shit about that. But if it was like fucking Lord Macbeth of like the Space Empire, and he's
that's cool.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Lord Macbeth. They should do that. A space age Macbeth.
That's basically what Dune is.
Dune, yeah.
Dune's basically that.
I don't know though. I honestly think if I had a time machine and I went back to watch Shakespeare, I'd just be like, this is shit.
The funny thing is, back then, like all the women were played by men, because women weren't allowed to be in plays back then.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That would have been weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, it's not.
It would have been horrible in Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah,
like just everyone in the crowd, like.
Yeah, like back then you could get like
killed
smooch back then.
Nah, they must not.
No. Did they do the thing where when you hold someone's hand like that and you suck each other's thumb or whatever it is?
What?
Make it look like you're kissing.
Sucking each other's thumbs just as weird as kissing. You might as well just
hold
kiss.
my hand. I'm not going to suck your thumb. You go like that.
Yeah.
And then you suck your thumb and I suck my thumb and it looks like you're kissing. Do you not remember that?
No, I don't remember.
I have no idea.
No?
Who kisses like this though?
No, but it looks like you're kissing.
I don't know.
I can't figure out in my head how it does. Doesn't it just look
Well,
like two people
let's
sucking
try.
their thumbs?
I just think that's a weird thing. Yeah.
How about that thing? You remember when people used to always do this? Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I remember that.
from the front, you're like, what the fuck is that? But from the back,
Yeah.
it looks like it a little bit. I just
Yeah, I'll
can't
give you
reach
that.
around as very well because I'm rotund. So if one of you guys did it, it'd probably be better. Did you find anything else, Lewis?
I've just seen from the FBI, LAX jetpack man sightings may have been balloons. So I think someone was spotted over.
Oh yeah, no, I heard about
Spotted over the
Jetpack
skyline.
Man.
People have
looking
been playing
like-
too much San
they were
Andreas.
calling
man.
it
They've
Jetpack
been sat
Man.
there like, oh, it's a jetpack.
Jetpack.
But it looks like it's just a balloon.
It's just what, like a human-shaped balloon?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, no, great one, FBI. I fucking trust you to find my
They were
dead
just
child.
about to shoot it down with a drone. They're like, wait,
Oh, God.
fucking.
Jesus Christ.
Really ain't much.
No, there was that amazing story of that girl went missing in Australia. Little 4-year-old girl. I can't remember.
Oh, they found her
Cleo.
alive, didn't they? Yeah.
That
yeah,
is
yeah.
that's such a rare thing. I was like, oh my God.
It's
Relief.
nuts. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
imagine.
Can you
the
imagine?
relief,
Yeah, it's so rarely ever happens.
Yeah.
Like,
So
horrible.
bless that family. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
100%. I've just seen a crazy one, and it actually ties in something that we're thinking about doing for a topic soon. Man backflips 62 inches off the ground for Guinness World Record. We were
As someone who could backflip back in the day, that is incredible.
yeah,
Is that from standing or is it from a round off backflip?
I have no idea. We can have a look. But yeah, we were thinking
Probably
about
laid out as well.
we were thinking
Jesus
about
Christ.
for a podcast soon to do like the craziest like world records and world record attempts that there's ever been. That might be quite funny.
Yeah, so have you got any funny world records that we can
Yeah.
research
Mate,
into?
the news is so slow this week, man. It's just climate stuff, which fair enough, we've already covered.
There's no video.
A bunch of old people trying to decide the future of the world, and that's not going to go well.
What?
And then apparently there's that big thing about like that corrupt like Tory MP was like,
You don't even need to preface that with corrupt.
yeah, MP corrupt.
just
Yep.
just say MP.
But the thing is that the basically what this dude did is he sold a bunch of contracts to his friends and all that sort of shit. You know, like the typical shit
Typical
MPs
stuff,
do.
yeah.
And anyway, like, and the government's all like, oh yeah, well, actually he didn't break any of the laws. And then people are like, oh, we need laws to stop that. And then there's a big that's
all it is. People
yeah, but
just
all it
finding
is, it's just
loopholes
like
and
I said,
laws
it's
and
just
shit.
like you look at the news, it's just corruption or it's just old people not doing anything. You know what I mean? That's all the world is, and that's all the world always has been.
yeah.
Yeah, it won't change,
Ruled by
guys.
the old that won't do anything.
Just bite the bullet and get on with yourself.
It's sad but true, unfortunately.
It's something
Or we could make them bite bullets.
I'll tell you one thing. Here's one thing I was thinking this like in the past month, yeah? You know this whole like
I'm joking, FBI.
Yeah, I was going to say that's what I was like worried about. That's technically in it.
That's
You've
not.
threatened
It's,
to-
it's not a
you've
threat.
threatened
I
to
don't
shoot
threaten
the
anyone in
president.
particular.
Go on. Sorry.
what's it called? Insulate
Oh, these
insult Britain.
people
Something
like
like-
super gluing their
So
faces to
the
the road
idea
and
is
shit.
that like if they
Tell me about
if
it.
they sit in a road, then the government will pay to insulate all the houses in England.
This is what this right. So this
What?
is what
Well, that's the idea. The idea is that because
Why do houses need insulating that
because
badly?
if you in
it's something to do about
heat loss,
Heat loss, yeah, something like
means that you have to burn more gas to heat your home.
Right.
And if
okay.
if every house in England's like insulated,
just had better insulation,
then
we wouldn't need that shit.
we would burn like so much less gas, and that would like save the climate. and
It's a
all that.
fair point then, to be honest.
Yeah, but like the idea, like this idea of, if for example, like Extinction Rebellion stuff, like sitting in roads and all that.
Mm.
Like I understand why they do it because otherwise you don't get in the news.
We wouldn't
Yeah.
have heard about it,
We would not be
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah,
Insulate
we'd not be
Britain
talking
if they
about
weren't sitting
Yeah,
in the fucking
100%.
motorway.
but
But also at the end of the day, if I was in the fucking motorway and those motherfuckers were blocking my way, I'd be pissed off. So I kind of get it. I get both. I get it. I
There's
get
been
it.
some videos.
I get why they do it, but also it's just irritating.
What if someone,
also it works,
someone is
so-
in the road and blocking someone going to a conference is going to save.
Yeah, Matt was saying this. Matt was saying, like, what if, like,
Yeah.
like the guys who are out to insulate Britain are, like, blocked because these people are
And then like, fuck it, I'm going home then. I was going to help you cunts, but you're just in the road.
He's just covered his face in super glue. He's pressed it down and he just sees the car approaching. And they're like, yeah, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, but I didn't realise it was you boys. Like, just give me a minute. He's like, trying to tear his face off.
Oh, nah, just use them as speed bumps.
Oh. Jeez.
Yeah, but it's
Do you
just
know
one of
what
those
do you
things,
know what would
it's
be
like-
cheaper? Them being used as speed bumps and then them demolishing their house.
That's mental.
I'm joking.
I know, but it's just mad.
It's not even funny.
It was funny.
Stupid. But
Demolish your house.
I get
That
where they're
would-
coming from, but yeah, it's just like...
Live homeless. If you really
Yeah.
can, see, if you're gonna sit in the road,
Yeah.
live in the road. Get rid of your house.
Yeah.
Don't live in a house anymore.
Yeah.
No house to insulate. Live in a tent. I say that as someone who agrees with
Yeah.
the.
Or
Yeah,
just
but-
stay in your house and don't put the heater
How
on.
about or you could just get
Well,
a blanket.
I'm fine. You get a blanket.
I think that I don't like it. There's something about when
Artificial
a house,
heat.
artificial heat is like it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
But if I'm like under a blanket and the air's cold around me,
Mm.
I feel like 10 times warmer. Because like you got that contrast of cold air around you and the warmth under your blanket. But as soon as like the whole house is hot, I'm just there like, oh, I need to open a window. It's too hot now.
Yeah.
Because you can never get the temperature right. Ever. Like, I don't know about you. Like,
No, you go
if
from
put the heat on-
freezing to just
Yeah.
like immediately hot and flustered. Like,
and
I'll
obviously,
fucking turn
Matt
that off.
can't handle it. So
Yeah.
there's going to
Yeah.
be a window open anyway. So,
I will never have to insulate a house.
yeah. Matt could literally just sit outside naked.
You would
and he'll be
insulate
fine.
it. They would just send
Yeah,
you
just
out.
use
You
me.
should
Insulate
try,
Britain. Just
you should
send
train
Matt
to do
round
this,
to people's
this
houses for an
snowman
hour.
shit. You know, this frost guy, that fucking...
What?
You know, the guy who just like...
Mr. Freeze.
No, the guy who swims in like fucking super cold water.
Oh, the Iceman.
The Iceman.
Wim Hof, yeah.
Yeah. You should train to do that because you're already halfway there.
I could do that.
Yeah.
He's a pussy.
That's another thing. How about we get this guy to train all these old people to just be able to handle the cold?
Yeah.
Instead of having like heating in houses, you get all these old people to like do breathing techniques.
Imagine that. It's like a yoga class, but it's like in the middle of like a blizzard. And he's got all these old biddies with him, like, oh.
Yeah, you're just doing that, and they're just heating their bodies up. That would be a lot better.
Yeah, get Wim Hof to insulate Britain, or, does that mean that people who are like really for the cause of insulate Britain aren't gonna help donate towards the cause of heating for old Marjorie?
What do you mean?
A lot of old people die of cold.
Yeah, well,
Not of a cold, of just cold.
Is
Yeah.
that just what do they call it? Not bias. Something.
Well, part of the reason a lot of them die
My
from it
fingers
is that,
stink of
like,
weed.
they're on a pension and don't pay much, and they can't like afford the heating much. That was one of the big things, wasn't it? And then they freeze to death because they can't afford the heating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
if their house is insulated, they keep the heat in, last longer.
Mm,
So maybe they do care about Marjorie, just in a different way.
maybe.
But you'd have to insulate their house.
Dude, the
like,
amount of houses
double.
you'd have to insulate to do. The
How
whole
many are
thing.
not?
Like most,
So half?
I guess like most older builds aren't insulated because it's not just a matter of the walls; it's a matter also of windows.
Glazing.
Getting double glazing for every house. You'd have to insulate the
What's that going
loft.
to cost? Dude, the burn on your arm, I just realised.
Yeah.
Is that from climate change?
Yeah, dude. So basically, I went to the COP.
Look at the
Conference.
COPD.
Yeah,
They wouldn't let me
I
in
went,
and
I
they
went over there and I was
burnt
just
me.
like, guys, you guys are like, climate change ain't doing really much. And then some guy was just like, look at the sun, and I don't know. Or something.
I'll tell you what, right? I'm hoping that climate change goes the way of acid rain and
Well, the thing about acid rain is it's still a massive issue, but we sort of realise it doesn't affect us much.
greenhouse.
The only thing that acid rain really does is dissolve limestone.
Do you remember everyone was like, oh, don't use hairspray anymore because...
Oh, greenhouse gases.
Yeah, but what was
yeah.
it? The CO... Not, fucking
CFCs.
thingy hole.
Yeah, there's a massive hole in the ozone layer.
Ozone
Oh,
layer. Yeah, do you remember
right,
that?
yeah.
Remember banging on
It's
about the
starting-
ozone
yeah.
layer and acid rain?
It's starting to close now. That's great.
Yeah. But that's what I mean by I hope it goes that way.
Well, the thing is that banning CFCs was easy because literally the only thing that had them in was like sprays and all that shit. Banning fossil fuels is like, how are you gonna do that shit, man? Like everything runs on fossil fuels.
I'll tell you one thing that doesn't.
Literally, this podcast runs on fossil fuels because I had to fucking go pick up Lewis in my car earlier. You know what I mean? We're like, this podcast is not eco-friendly.
Oh shit.
What is though?
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
That's the problem with
That
it.
is my
There's
point,
nothing that is
though.
really.
Like when your entire society is based around something that's destroying the planet, you either destroy your entire society, like, or you just have to gradually do it.
Yeah, I don't like people who click their fingers like change.
Yeah, it has to be because
you can't because it doesn't. Nothing changes overnight.
well, a lot of people, yeah, they want to instantly overnight go from fossil fuels to none. Eating meat to everyone being vegan, but you can't do that. It's gradual. You got to encourage it. Like, And to be fair though, the government could be doing a whole lot more to encourage it.
Yeah, of course they could.
I get where they're coming from, but yeah, a lot of people are a bit. But everyone's like that.
So, what do you think, Greg, about us going vegan for a month for a video?
I actually had vegan pizza last night. I was around my mate's house, who's like, I don't know if he's a vegan, but he's definitely a vegetarian.
Any good?
Ask him.
Dude, I was actually like bonkers surprised that it was like decent.
But
and one thing I've noticed with it that after I eat pizza, I always have a fucking horrible stomach. It's worth it because the pizza's fucking delicious.
Yeah.
But
cheese.
It was actually my stomach after was completely fine. Vegan cheese. I had like jackfruit pepperoni, and it was actually tasty. It was actually like wasn't
taste like pepperoni
no,
though.
But that's the thing is that like I think that's the big thing about when I tried vegetarianism at the start of the year.
Go watch for a week.
Yeah, go watch the video and see how easily I fold. One thing I noticed with all these fake meats is that if they didn't advertise them as sausage, you know, if you advertised it,
you have that expectation.
That's the trouble, because you have to think about it as just something new and not.
A lot more people would try and eat it and probably enjoy it because I think a lot of it's quite tasty, but if you're calling it sausage, you just sat there thinking.
That's not
sausage. That fucking real sausage I had the other day was fucking delicious. This just tastes like shit.
That's what I think they should. I think veganism needs to like change the names of all the stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is fake bacon. This is fake. Just make your own name. Call it. Cabon.
Faken.
Cabon.
Isn't it fake?
Faken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cabon,
so the
no back.
What I probably talked. I legit said this when we did the vegan. When we did the video at the start of the year, 100% said, and it's the one thing about Faken is it just tastes like Frazzles. It tastes like Frazzles.
Frazzles is good.
It looks like Frazzles. Yeah, but Frazzles is great when they're Frazzles, but when you eating that like with breakfast, it just doesn't taste right.
Will you?
What are you talking about? Vegan bacon? At the moment?
Vegan bacon. It tastes like Frazzles.
Bacon.
Yeah.
It's weird though because like it doesn't even remotely look the same or cook the same.
It just looks like a strip of carrot that's been dyed a different colour.
Oh, it is.
And then it has like Frazzle powder.
Yeah, it's really weird.
But anyway, my point is, I mean, like, I get it. I get wanting to like lower the climate thing. It needs to be done. But
but none of us are against that.
Yeah, but like, you can't do like. It'd be great if we could just switch off all the issues in the world. I think I don't know. I don't know what like at the end of the day, I'm not some fucking super scientist that knows how the world works, and I think that's the big issue is that we're all human. None of us have like this superior mind that can completely predict
you think you do.
Every outcome of the future and the perfect path. You know, no, but I don't.
We're all gonna make mistakes.
No, but yeah, it's not just that, but it's just too like human brains aren't built for the complexity of human society.
Yeah,
and that's why
but it's such a complex problem.
Because if we were, then we probably could sit there and figure out the perfect way to do it instantly, but we don't. Yeah.
Do you know what people? Right,
and also, we have to work with all people who rule the country.
I think,
and it makes it even harder. So
I think that this is the way to do it. This is how we get rid of old people in power. You know when someone has said something maybe slightly homophobic or racist 10 years ago, and then they're completely like shunned, but you know they can make a decision financially that kills millions of people, but everyone's like, oh, we won't. Everyone does that.
Yeah.
But if they say something racist or homophobic like 10 years ago, it's like, cancel them, get them the fuck out of that job. What? Just swap it a little bit. Just for a bit. Just cancel all the old people for, all the deaths they've caused.
Because old people can't get cancelled.
That's not going to do that well on Twitter.
You can only get cancelled.
I can't even think of a hashtag for it.
You can only get cancelled, if you're like young or something.
Yeah.
Old people, like for example, Biden. I mean, he could easily get cancelled. He's like sniffing women's hair and shit. He's like,
they tried.
He's touching them a lot.
He's proper touchy.
No, but I get it.
Like,
because a lot of people are like, you had the choice between two touchy-feely guys. One guy that's like saying grab him by the pussy, and one guy that's sniffing hair. I mean, grabbing pussy is a little bit worse than like sniffing hairs.
Sniffing kid hair is way worse.
No, but he's talking about grabbing him by the pussy when he's talking about going into like Miss Beauty contests, wasn't he? Which
yeah,
are, like,
but that's talking about it.
No, I don't think he was talking about kids, but still, just to say,
well, they're like
just
teenagers,
to say the sentence,
you know what I mean?
grab him by the pussy.
I don't know.
Is like,
yeah, but the thing is that he's like,
yeah, but is it worse than sniffing a kid's hair?
Yeah, okay.
What's worse?
I don't know. Because
it's hard, isn't it?
You see, this is the trouble, isn't it, with politics? Is just like, that's your choice.
That's so
It's
funny.
that or that.
Like, yeah.
It's like, well, I don't want either, thanks, but someone's got to, like...
That's why two-party systems don't work.
Yeah. First past the post is just broken political system. It's like a lot of people are like, yeah, but then it'll be like Germany where they all have to make deals with each other. How is that not a good idea?
Germany, the best economy
but like the idea is that like, political parties,
best everything.
If you have like a proportional representative system,
apart from past,
then like think about it.
That's probably why they're so good.
Yeah, but think about it like this:
we're on our best behaviour.
Tories in the UK get like 32% of the vote, but in Parliament they rule more than 50% of the seats.
I've literally never met a Tory, and I live in the UK.
But the point is that if you had it so that it was percentage of the votes, there'd be 32% of Parliament that's now Tory. So if Tories want to get things through, they've got to make deals with each other. That makes everyone work together. And that's what you need. Everyone needs to start working together instead of trying to be, it's my way or the highway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit ruined the fucking world, man. I'm telling you, everyone's...
Have you seen what they look like now?
Yeah, they look cool as fuck.
Yeah. They're like leaning into it. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
It's great. Anyway, so my way or the highway, just learn to fucking work with each other. It's like with the climate stuff. It's like, okay, you have to remember you're dealing with old people that don't know anything apart from horse and carriages.
Horse and carriages.
They still don't know how their car works. They're still trying to feed it hay.
They're just putting hay down the
Fuck.
They put one of them shit bags on the exhaust.
Yeah, that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with that.
You're not.
You are.
Those people are.
And you're expecting these people to understand modern climate science. They don't know what they're doing. So anyway, my point is that
Greg,
that's why you have to work.
Joe
with
Biden doesn't try to feed his car hay.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
Dude's like 150. He's like,
He's not.
He's so old.
You're exaggerating a little bit.
He's asleep at that conference, man. That's what old people do. He's just old. Once you hit like 70, you're like 100 to me. You know what I mean? Anyway, my point is that when you're dealing with like that, you have to work together, and that sometimes means making compromises.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that sucks. It sucks dick because if everyone agreed, you probably get things done like that. But you can't get people to agree.
Yeah.
You can't even get people to agree on like.
Why? Why is it so difficult?
Yeah, but think about music, yeah?
Just follow the science.
Why
is it that difficult?
Yeah, but all three of us, if you said like what the best band ever is, we'll be sat there arguing forever to choose.
That is why the Taliban banned it.
Yeah, well there you go.
We'll have no more arguments amongst our ranks. Everyone's getting very upset.
I prefer jazz.
Yeah.
You can't get like that's just the reality of human beings. You could even if you got everyone to agree on everything, there'll be one little thing that we disagree with, and then there'll be wars over it. Yeah, but like you get everyone to agree on politics and everything, and then some guy's just like, I think Led Zeppelin's the best band, and then someone else is like, no, it's not fucking Led Zeppelin. I think that's... next thing you know, there's Led Zeppelin wars and fucking everyone's getting bombed over it.
That's a good point, because it is like fucking. Do you know what I mean? Like you can talk about how easy it, but look, when in history ever has every nation unanimously gone like, you know what? Yes, I agree there, and we're going to do that. And even when they do and they sign fucking treaties and documents, there's always like 2 or 3 years later where they're like, one nation says, fuck that shit.
It's like around the 1930s.
It's so difficult.
Around the 1930s, everyone was like, they had the League of Nations and everything was getting on a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Nazi Germany. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you can't get motherfuckers.
Through our whole history of like the civilized world, it's always just been someone's attacking someone else for something and trying to take over.
I'll tell you one thing that we've all unanimously agreed on as countries, and that's pretty much like not to use nuclear stuff on each other.
Yeah, but we'll keep all
apart from where America was like, well, we've the only ones that got it right now, so we might as well use it.
Well, you got to test it, haven't you?
No one keeps.
It is. I guess. I think there's one thing I'm glad of is that there's not been nuclear war yet. That's pretty sick.
Yet though, that's the thing, isn't it? Because everyone's got them and they're just hovering over that big button.
I don't
just
understand
waiting.
why they make it. They make like the Geneva Convention. Why can't they make the Geneva Convention where it's like I don't know, like environmental crimes. Yeah. Make environmental crimes like there are the Geneva Convention where you can't talk to people.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because
use poison on
the people who would be getting arrested are the big countries that set this shit up.
Yeah, that's true.
Think about the biggest bad boys. It's the US, China.
Yeah.
You know, China pollutes like so much, but US pollutes more per person. So technically, it's a big thing. They always fight over who's the real bad guy. And
I pollute more.
Yeah, but it's like at the end of the day, we're all bad guys. We're all taking part in this. I drive, I eat meat. You know, but I can't just switch that off. I can't just get rid of my car.
Well, technically, you could.
I could.
Horse and carriage, Greg. Horse and carriage.
Yeah, but then that motherfucker's shitting methane into the atmosphere. You know what I mean? He's eating hay that I have to grow. You know, I don't know.
I had a really weird thought. I don't think I'm going to verbalise it though.
And on that note,
yeah, I think we've waffled about climate change for like 3 hours.
This is the problem about doing the news stuff. Is that
yeah.
So to sum it up, old people,
which we haven't talked about enough on this podcast.
It's just their brains are slow, so we have to do everything slow to. Catch up with their brains.
They always say, don't they, as a society, you're moving as fast as the slowest person. And when the person in charge is 80.
Just falling asleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least he turned up, I guess. The Chinese guy.
He wasn't really in the room.
Did he not?
Yeah,
shock.
Winnie the Pooh didn't show up, and what's his name?
Winnie the Pooh, yeah.
The biggest contributor to all climate change issues didn't turn up.
And Putin didn't turn up either. Those two didn't. Everyone else turned up, but those two didn't. So it's at least he turned up, I guess. I mean, he might just be falling asleep and not doing anything, but at least he turned. It's like.
At least he made an appearance.
Yeah, exactly. He tried his best. It
Bless
wasn't
him.
much.
The old boy. Needs to sit down and a nap every few hours. Bless him.
Wake up, Joe Biden.
Yeah, that guy told the future. Anyway,
he knew.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to do this because I'm about to piss my pants. I've been holding in a piss for about 20 minutes.
So, guys, in the comments below, I hope you roast us for all of our dumb opinions.
Yeah,
as you normally do. I also need questions for my ex-girlfriend, but please, nothing like what size is Matthew's wiener and all that sort of shit. Just questions like why did it end? No, don't worry, I'm gonna ask that, but don't tell her because
funny.
If she watches this, she'll find out.
Okay, write some of those in the comments. 100 likes. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on
all of that shit everywhere.
All that sort of stuff.
Most places you will find your podcasts. We're on.
And leave us a review.
Yeah, that's important actually. Yeah, make sure to leave us a review. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Even if you say it's shit. Don't do that, obviously.
We are shit. You can downvote. You can delete us if you wish.
Main thing to take away from this, apart from questions for my ex-girlfriend, is the fact that we have a highlights channel We're going to use it a lot more often because we need to get in the algorithm. We need to, hey, new people, come watch this because our views are dying, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you're watching this and you haven't already, tell all your mates about it. If you find the shit that we talk about funny, and there's a good chance that your mates would,
just don't show them this specific episode.
No. Show them the good other stuff.
You know, the ones we did like 3 years ago. They're all right.
I don't know about that. Like,
no, I know.
Some of them are pretty.
Oh,
I can't watch them back.
No, I've been listening back to them and.
Yeah, I cringe so hard.
Yeah, pretty bad. What do you think, Greg?
I leave things in the past.
Have you ever listened to a podcast we've ever done back?
Yeah,
Other than when you've edited
no,
it?
I just don't see the point. It's like to me, it's like you do it for the experience, not for the memory. You know what I mean?
Same thing.
I don't like getting. If we did made highlights, I probably would sit and watch some of the highlights, but I can't be sitting for an hour.
Well, that's what we're gonna do. Highlights are coming your way.
Yeah.
The camera's flashing. Cue the music.
We should have ended 40 minutes ago.